He says there was a rich man who was clothed in purple and fine linen, who feasted sumptuously every single day. And at his gate was laid a poor man named Lazarus, covered with sores, who desired to be fed with what fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, even the dogs came and licked his sores. The poor man died and was carried by the angels to Abraham's side. The rich man also died and was buried. And in Hades, being in torment, he lifted his eyes and saw Abraham far off, and Lazarus at his side. And he called out, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus to dip the end of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am in anguish in this flame. But Abraham said, Child, remember that you in your lifetime received your good things, and Lazarus in like manner bad things. But now he is comforted here, and you are in anguish. And besides all of this, between us and you is a great chasm that has been fixed, in order that those who are passed from here to you may not be able, and none may cross from there to us. You see, friends, this is the great parable that Christ explains. You have two people, two men, one that wasn't even named, and the second one named Lazarus. You have this rich man that was clothed in purple. You see, back in those days, when you are clothed in purple, it means that you're royalty, that you have an abundance of money, of wealth, and you like to show it off. You think of today's standards of somebody going to the store and buying a whole bunch of Air Jordans, Nike Air Ones, and buying Porsches and Bentleys and Lamborghinis, just having all this money in the world and wants to show it off. Perhaps, $1 million watches and gold chains and all these things, just showing off that they have tons and tons of wealth. And this rich man feasted sumptuously every single day. He was living in this wealth. He had an abundance. There was no need, there was no lack with him. And then you have the second man, this poor man named Lazarus. And this poor man was so poor he couldn't even walk. He was filled with humility. He was poor and needy. He was so needy he could barely walk. He was malnutritious. He had to beg for every single thing. He had to beg for water. He had to beg for food. And people found sympathy for him, and they laid him before this rich man's property, thinking, hey, he has an abundance. He could at least give him something. But not only that, he was so poor, it says here that the dogs started licking him. And you think of a dog as kind of towards the bottom of the food chain. There's scavengers. They go after the trash and they eat in the trash and they scavenge, try to find food.